Hey guys, it's nice to see you again. And today we are going to discuss gold border characters. So, a lot of things have been questioned after the Seven Knights collab. And one of the most important questions I think that hasn't been addressed yet by the devs is or are the gold border characters. So, I want to ask if gold border characters still has a place in the game. So, yeah, after removing the low cost infinite battle and the introduction of the Seven Knights collab without gold border characters, uh, basically they were rendered almost useless. So, again, the question is are they still relevant in the meta? Both yes and no. I'm going to explain. So, yes, with reservations. Because we can still use some of them in endgame content, but they were not as impactful as they were before. And no, because of the removal of low cost infinite battle. And the one hit the most are the KOF original gold borders. No, so not all star units. No, th- these are the characters in the main series of the game. And they now come in roulettes. And slowly we are also seeing this for fest seasonals like Idol Kula and Christmas Liz, Halloween Chris. So yeah, but they are still good. But for the gold borders, especially now, the Yuri Wonderland Yuri roulette, uh, Wonderland Yuri is pretty good, but we have better choices. And with that being said, veteran F2Ps, whales, dolphin accounts, these roulettes, most of it are just memory fodder for making dimensional invites or sacrificing their memories to awaken stronger characters. And in my opinion, gold borders are not that worth it in infinite battle unless you really have no choice. So this applies to new accounts that are still free to play. Maybe you have only two fast characters in your account right now, but that's fine. If you're saving up for something, we know there's a collab coming. You really have no choice but to use those gold border characters. You're competing in both DPS and points gained based on the character cost. And for League, it's just a terrible game mode now to use those gold borders. Going back in Infinite Battle, because really the removal of low cost Infinite Battle is the stinger for these guys. So in Infinite Battle, you're playing for two things. Of course, you have to win the match, and after winning the match, you want to gain as much points as you can. So character cost is a major factor, aside from the total CP, when determining the amount of points you gain after a match. So this statement, I'm already stating this in advance. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think by reading the Discord, Reddit, and the forums, I think between a well-built fest team and a gold team that is similarly built, and assuming both teams have a perfect match in comparison, the fest team still has an edge because of the character cost. And not to mention the meta effects they bring to the table. So for the points, correct me if I'm wrong, that's alright, but I think the fest team with the higher character cost has a higher multiplier for gaining more points, especially when you do a perfect and infinite battle. So for PvE, sure you can still use some of them in Immortals, but in my opinion, it is no longer worth building gold characters unless the devs do something like the following. So the first thing I have in mind is put cost restrictions on some PvE modes. Uh, some of you might not agree with it, but I think that will be rewarding for those accounts that has a vast roster which are well built. And another thing is the devs will make another content for gold border characters only. So that's related to the first point. And third is that they can make those useless in-game materials as a tool to strengthen the gold border characters to rival or give the FES a run for your money. So those are just the things I have in mind. But what are the specific fixes that we can do or we can suggest to the devs? Okay, the first one is I'm not sure if everyone agrees on this. I might get flack, but that's okay. We're here to exchange ideas and address this to the devs because they are listening. They already made some decisions, made some changes, some questionable, but they are very active in terms of trying to fix the game. So, first thing I have in mind in terms of specific fixes is restrictions in reviving Hill Dungeon if they're planning to expand it beyond tier 60. So higher tier, higher difficulty level, and a different kind of difficulty level. A limit of only 2 fast characters. The other one should be a gold border character. Not that harsh if you ask me. I've been using that method before, and I think most of the people have been using that because they don't have this character. So in place of this fast character, they put in someone from the gold border side. Another fix that I have in mind is expanding the Tower of Trials that will require some floors for gold borders only. So we know that tier 60 is for purple attack, and one of the gold border characters that are highly recommendable are Genjiro and Ignis. So Ignis is a FES, or maybe Orochi too, and that's also a FES. But Genjiro is a gold border character that can do pretty well in some endgame content. So if they can bring back content that will let those kind of characters shine again, that would be great. I think the Tower of Trials, since it's unfinished, I think in the game right now they can expand it and just have some floors restricted to only gold border characters. And the third suggestion that I have, and I think almost everyone agrees with me on this, is to bring back the low-cost infinite battle. Now, when the devs said that they're going to compress content or balance out gaming time for players, I think almost everyone did not expect low-cost infinite battle to be removed. The current changes for the Advent Dungeon is great, but after they change it, I think it's about time that they bring infinite battle, low-cost infinite battle back. It was so much fun trying to set up teams in infinite battle for low cost. You see a lot of different setups. It's not like the current setup for no restrictions in infinite battle mode, where you see almost the same characters. If it's not 7 Knights, it's BS or some any top fest that is considered to be very strong or maybe very annoying to fight. The Locust Infinite Battle, I see different teams every week and every day. Okay, the fourth point or fourth fix that I have in mind is those evolution materials and the other materials dropped in the Advent Dungeon. They should be used to strengthen gold border characters. Like what I said earlier, uh, give those gold borders a chance to rival or give the fest a run for their money. Because, for example, those Advent Dungeon materials like the Sakura Athena fan, uh, Halloween Yashiro's pumpkin, uh, Underground Yamazaki's snake charm, and the Sentai Ranger's pager looking phone, something like that. Once you evolve them, you still get them in the Advent Dungeon, and they're only used once. I have a video about it if you still want to watch those useless materials and outdated exchange shop items that are still there. Uh, I have already addressed that issue in the channel, but if you want to watch that, you can just search it here in my channel, or maybe I'll link it down below in the description. But moving on, and this suggestion was from Reddit. It's arcade mode. This will only be restricted for KOF originals with limited fest selections. So what I have in mind in terms of the arcade mode is that yeah, you will have all the gold border characters per year, and depending on which year you'll choose, but you will not get all of the fast characters. Maybe you own the fast character by summoning them, but in arcade mode, you cannot use that fast character unless, this is just an example, unless you have already finished that arcade mode series. Example, KOF 97, you have to complete the arcade mode by playing or completing all of the character stories in that arcade mode before you can unlock the hidden boss, something like that. I'm not sure if you're down with that. If it's another additional grind, maybe the devs can just put it as optional pastime, some good rewards, but a game mode that will not require you to grind every week or every day just to have fun. Maybe, well, I don't know, maybe some enhancement hammers or soul dust will help. But yeah, I mean, we still want to have fun, not just by strictly following the meta. Okay, so yeah, I think that's how I end it. I have already addressed all of my points that I wanted to address for gold border characters. Hit me up in the comment section and let me know what you think about gold border characters. Especially, we know that a collab is on the way. Are we still going to expect gold border collab characters, or it's just fest from now on? So yeah, let's have a discussion about it. Again, thank you for watching the video, thank you for listening, stay safe, and I hope to see you again soon.